My name is Clarence Bernard Jr. I've been here all my life, 61 years. From what I can remember, I mean, if somebody mentions something, I can remember more. But from what I can remember, the white building down the street where the elder house is sitting now was the original location. Now, then was brick before they tore it down. I remember that. I'm telling Pastor Furby just yesterday about that pool that used to be in the back of the church, concrete pool where we got baptized at. And sometimes I was tasked to go back there and help clean the leaves out so they can fill that thing with water. I can remember my great-great-uncle, Bill Alexander, who was Mr. Bill's father. He was just like this. He would sit right here, and my grandmother would sit me right in front of him. So every time I act up, he'd pluck me behind the head. I still got that knot behind my head right now. And I can remember being in the Sunday school choir. Of course, we don't have that now. We had the Sunday school choir with myself, Pastor Sarah Easton, most of the Coca ladies, Reverend Wilson. I don't know if you guys remember Peter Man Wilson. And my grandmother was the musician, the minister of music. She played the organ. And along with Elder Raymond Alexander's sister, Sharon, she was also in the Sunday school choir with us. Oh, it's totally different. You know, we got more order now. Back then, somebody didn't like something, they just stood up and said what they had to say while the pastor was talking. I said, wow, that's something different, you know. I've noticed that happen in other churches, traditional churches in the past. But now we got more order here. I've seen the growth. The bishop vision has been like, wow, crazy. My great-great-grandfather was one of the founders of the Mount Lebanon. If he could see what's going on right now, he would be pleased. My great-great-grandfather, he passed a few years before I was born, so I didn't get to meet him. But hearing stories from my grandmother, well, after not just my grandmother's brothers, he was a strong guy. He was focused on reading. I mean, they always want you to read something. They didn't care what it was, read. And all of his sons now are gone. Only one of the children still living. She's 102, living in Queens, New York. And I would love to sit down and talk with her until I can find out more about my great-grandparents, especially my great-great-grandfather, one of the founders here. So I would love to know a little bit more because she still has a mind, believe it or not, at 102. She can remember it just like TikTok. Well, I believe if the Mount had never existed, there'd be a lot of things that would not have happened. You know, that bishop always said churches are supposed to change lives. Only one church I've been to that, other than the Mount, I've seen do some things to change people's lives. And what we do here, and what the bishop had instilled in all of us here, has really changed Chesapeake quite a bit. The Mount is Black history. The founders of the Mount was Jimmy Todd, who was my great-great-great-uncle, Seth McDonald, my great-grandfather, and Mr. Napoleon Locker, Miles Pooh, and Lewis Brown were all the founders of Mount Lebanon.